You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Are you ready to learn the 3 secrets to launching a successful podcast? Hi, I'm Bill, a recent client of the Podcast Mogul. If you've been thinking about starting a podcast but aren't sure where to begin, he's got you covered. He is hosting a free webinar where he will share the 3 secrets that can help you launch, grow, and monetize your podcast without any fancy equipment or technical headaches. Click the link in the show notes to save your spot now and let him help get your podcast off the ground.
If you hear the song, I said this in my newest episode that's coming out tomorrow. If you hear the song of Nothing Else, the line of Bohemian Rhapsody, Nothing else really matters to me. Oh my gosh, that says it all when we're so hyper-focused. Nothing else matters to us.
Well, like with Armani.
He's in the car, nothing else matters to him at the moment.
Yeah, he can drive that car because he...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 3 of Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm, of course, Phil Better, and this season is presented to you by Unicorn Incubator. Unicorn is the largest rural incubator accelerator of its kind in the world, located in southwestern France. Its mission is to give entrepreneurs and their families their lives back while helping them build game-changing technology startups. Startups in the company are provided with a complete ecosystem for success, with direct access to proven funding sources, top-notch legal and accounting representation, access to the world's most generous business incentives, and most importantly, a dedicated sales and marketing accelerator that will put a startup's product or service on the fast track to success. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. I am, of course, your host with the most, Phil Better. And this episode, I have the pleasure to speak with Sam Mitchell, the Autism Rock and Roll podcaster. He's an amazing podcaster who actually has autism, and he's bringing around different mentality, different mindset to the world of how we perceive autism, really. I highly suggest you give this a listen. Listen to his podcast. He has some amazing guests. Recently, on this episode, he let us know about one huge guest, but I'm going to let you know about another guest that he had recently, or will be having recently. He's having the hardcore legend himself, Mick Foley from WWE, on his podcast. So it's an amazing show. You should really get in touch with him and listen to his show because you will be blown away. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Sam Mitchell and his mother, Gina.
Sam, thank you so much for being on the show. Mom, thanks for being on the show. Sam, do you mind telling us a little about yourself and what started your awesome career?
Yeah. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you guys perfect.
Yeah, we can tell you. So, yeah, hi, I'm Sam. I'm a senior at my local high school, and yes, they run a podcast called Autism Rocks and Rolls. And it's about autism and how we cope with daily struggles that you may or may not understand. And so my hobbies are I like to write or creative writing. I enjoy hanging out with my dogs and enjoying the great outdoors.
That's awesome. So, Sam, what made you start podcasting?
After I joined my media club at my high school, I saw people coming down with cameras. It was at our first annual dance marathon, and I saw some microphones and some cameras, and I was wondering what they were doing. It looked kind of cool, so I asked, and they told me to join next year, and I did, and that's where I found the podcasting. And then I decided after a while, because I do some episodes of my school's podcast, Thundercast, I decided that I thought I'd take my own journey, and because it is a journey. It's a little bit of a journey, but this is a bigger journey.
Yeah. So your podcast is about you and your struggles with autism, right?
Yep.
And part of it. And I'm guessing you're having a lot of success because I see your mom posting about your business going on. You have a business associated with your podcast now?
Yep. I guess this could be the podcast is the business.
Ah, okay. So how much fun is it? Did you enjoy it? What are some of the struggles that you started with? Like, sorry if I'm throwing 1,000 questions at you. I'm just so awesome because my god sister, her daughter is nonverbal autistic. So for me, seeing someone who is breaking down barriers to be a podcaster, especially someone who has a disability, which I don't believe they are. I think it's an advantage because you get to think differently than us. So
You're a good man for believing that.
yeah, well, I also have my brother who has a mental illness as well. He's a paranoid schizophrenic. So for me, when I see someone who gets labeled with a disability, kicking down doors and making badassery out of their advantage, I would say, it just inspires me to do better. So do you want to tell us maybe one or two little challenges you may have faced when you started your podcasting business?
It's probably growing, trying to get the word out there because I was expecting a few hits and it didn't happen. I'm still working at that, but I'm always questioning the next step of this is where do we go next? 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 24/7.
That's perfect. That's the best way to look at it. Where are you going next? Now, what are some of the great? Have you started having guests on your podcast?
Yeah, I've had Temple Grandin. I've had Mr. James Durbin, who's the fourth runner-up for American Idol in the 2011 season. Mandy Harvey, who's a musician but is also deaf, and she's the fourth runner-up. It's funny, 4 is my magic number, I guess. She's the 2017 America's Got Talent season. Peter Lance, a video game developer with autism. A couple MMA fighters with autism. Family and my Taekwondo instructors. Armani Williams, who's the first openly NASCAR autistic driver, and Simon Majumdar, who played for autistic charities when he competes in competition, but he's an Iron Chef judge.
And he's on Cutthroat Kitchen and Guy's Grocery Games.
Yep.
Wow, you got bigger celebrities than I have, and I've been in the podcasting game for 5 years. My God.
It's easy to just contact them, honestly.
Yeah,
you don't know until you do it.
Yeah, that's right. You don't know who the connections you make, and I'm excited. So let's talk about your journey. What are some of the struggles you find you have that you've overcome with autism?
Okay, let's think of one here. I have very sensitive feelings.
Mhm.
There's certain noises I don't like. Certain, like, it's mainly my ears, but eyes, I don't really think of anything like eye problems, really.
That's good, at least.
Essentially eye problems that I know of. Ears probably for sure, like if I hear a certain noise or that's going to annoy the crap out of me. Let me ask you this too. How many times do you put your foot in your mouth?
As a podcaster or on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, as a person.
As a person, probably at least once or twice a day, I'll put my foot in my mouth because, I like to talk a lot.
Many times to count on two fingers.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't do plan Bs. That's one for you. I struggle with conversations and socializing. I don't do daily changes. I got really bad anxiety. I used to have meltdowns. I overanalyze a lot, and I anticipate a lot as well.
So it sounds to me a lot of that is like a regular teenager.
Getting excluded a lot. That's another one.
Well, they're losing out because one, you're already having a great. I love talking with you already. I'm enjoying this conversation 100%. So no anxiety there, Sam. It's amazing that you. I'm just so impressed whenever I see someone like yourself who takes on a challenge, because podcasting is a challenge. Because if you have anxiety or you overanalyze stuff, especially when you have guests on, you're worried about, making the right impression. Like already for me, I have that when I podcast, and I cannot even fathom how difficult it could be for someone who has these struggles like you do on a daily basis.
That's my problem.
Do you
the only thing I do is oh,
No, go ahead.
I don't
sorry.
tell people this, but I think knowing this, that if you come on the show, you don't have to like me, but I command you respect me.
Of course. Respect is the number one most important thing. And if you can't respect a person, what's the point in actually being on their show? And like, I'm so glad that you put that out. Respect is something that's 100% more needed in this world. I may not like you, but I need to at least have a level of respect for you as a human being. And people who don't respect others, regardless of what they're going through, are bad people. And I just don't want them on my show or on anybody's show, because why should we support the bad people? We should support great people like yourself and your mom doing all this great work to help you become a better person. And yes, I'm brown nosing your mom because moms are the key to everyone in life. So what's next for Sam? Like, in your podcasting journey, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a specific type of guest? Are you looking for, I think I saw on your mom saying that you're joining a network?
Yeah, Mental Health News Radio Network. It's where all these podcasts are. I'm going to hopefully be a guest on there. I think there's a couple, but I don't know which ones. But the next step is probably public speaking, because I have a story to share.
Yes, you do. It's an amazing story, and you're just at the beginning of it. As you're a senior in high school, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got so much time. My God, you have more time than I do, but you're going to be huge, especially when you start doing public speaking. Have you already started doing the public speaking, or you're just not there yet?
It's a slow process.
Yeah. So you have your, I think I saw that you have merch, correct?
Yep, merchandise. I sell COVID-19 awareness masks, paracord bracelets, and shirts and decals.
Awesome.
Which you have to go on Etsy to get them now, because
the store,
website doesn't do them anymore.
Yeah, so we recently changed, and as far as you had asked him, the business side of it, the podcast is the foundation of everything. Mm-hmm. But then, like he and I have talked, and we've talked with the sponsors, because he's got several sponsors as well. And
already before me, jeez.
Lots of people that have jumped on board.
Yeah, of course.
We talk with them, and they're, like, his ad space is full until, I think February-ish 2022 we don't have any other ad space until then. So he's got that filled, and then we've got several sponsors now. So the podcast is going great. So that's what I was saying to him was, what now? Like, what you've kind of fulfilled what you wanted. You've met all these cool people, and we continue to meet people. But when I asked him that, he said, I want to speak in schools. I want to speak to people and talk to them about his mission. And, that mission is, we got to destigmatize autism. Mm-hmm. We have to take it, and we have to make people understand that it's autism, and it's challenging, but it's no different than, it's no
dinner's ready soon.
We're good. It's no different than other challenges. And I mean, I could go on and on about that forever. I mean, people, when they see autism, they look at, people that don't know much about it and don't know Sam and everything that he's accomplished, they look at him and hear the word autism, and they think, oh, he's broken. We need to fix him. We need to, and we've dealt with that for a long time. And I can't count how many times people have said, oh, he has autism. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I don't know why you're sorry. We're not sorry. We don't want to fix him. I mean, we've always embraced Sam's brain wiring, because that's all it is.
Yeah. It's a few wires that, instead of going in the right hole, they're going in another hole, which makes you a more valuable member of society. Yeah. Because
but you just said,
that's what she said.
You just said,
anyway, continue.
You have a great sense of humor. I love this already.
I slipped out.
He's awful.
I know. And he enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a great joke. I'm sorry. I'm a huge fan of That's What She Said jokes. So you're already number one in my book, Sam. This is going to be.
I how to use them. It took forever to learn how to use those.
Yeah, he would say it at completely the wrong time, and
Now I'm starting to get it.
But I guess what I was saying was you said, and this is just like I said, this is just my opinion.
Of course.
But as far as like destigmatizing it, and even you said something went into the wrong hole. But as far as like in your brain, like why you need to stop, Sam.
I saw you, man. I saw you. I saw Sam start smiling. I'm like, no, don't start laughing because Sam's gonna say it.
We're awful together.
Look, I'm a giant child. I don't think I've ever left high school theoretically, and I'm a 37-year-old man. So, Sam, keep that sense of humor.
Stop with that.
Okay,
All right, yes. So we'll go past. We're past it. Something up with the brain. Going on.
It's almost like with it's saying wrong. Like a lot of people will say the negativity words for autism, like wrong. You know, this isn't a wrong place. Well, but why? What if everybody on the autism spectrum was what like society calls normal? And what if we're not? I mean, that's what I try to, that's my wholehearted belief is I don't think there's any normal. Like
That's true. I apologize for you saying that.
But no, you don't have to apologize. I guess that's just my thinking is like even when somebody says, "Oh, Sam is just different," they're trying to be so nice and they're trying to be like, "Oh, and it's fine. He's different." And my response is, "Different than what? Different than you? Because I'm different than you, and so is they're different." I mean, I don't even get the word different because we all are different. Sam is no more different than all of us. So that's my belief.
Yeah, you're Gina Mitchell, can't do math. I'm Sam Mitchell, who can't do math.
Yeah.
And science.
Yeah, like we're not science math people. But I guess what I'm saying is that is like this, that's what I've heard him say, is why can't we all just be? Why can't we all just be human?
That's true.
And stop, like the labels and we have to be careful with labels too, because the fact that Sam has been labeled on the autism spectrum, we don't want to downgrade that. I mean, that's part of who he is, and he's gotten services that has helped him be successful because of that label. So it's not that I want to like destroy all the labels in the world, but maybe not degrading labels. Maybe just not degrading labels, or just focusing so much on them.
Or removing the negativity that are with certain labels, like how I know from my personal experience with my brother with his mental illness, there's a lot of negativity with it because paranoid schizophrenia has a lot of negative connotation thanks to the media and that, but it's a constant battle, and I'm pretty sure you would agree, Sam, that it's a constant battle to get rid of those labels and that negativity. Have you, with those guests, what kind of lessons have you learned from them?
They have abilities because they have autism.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Mr. Armani Liz, who was the NASCAR, when he gets in that car and he straps on a seatbelt, nothing else matters to him. If you ever heard of Queen, I think you probably heard of Queen.
Yeah.
Everyone should at least. If you hear the song, I said this in my newest episode that's coming out tomorrow. If you hear the song of Nothing Else, the line of Bohemian Rhapsody, nothing else really matters to me. Oh my gosh, that says it all when we're so hyper-focused. Nothing else matters to us.
Well, like with Armani.
He's in the car, nothing else matters to him at the moment.
Yeah, he can drive that car because he has autism. And so it's just like the flip of the coin. Like a lot of people, probably as Armani grew up, just like Sam, looked at him like, oh, he has autism. But now he's a NASCAR driver, and it's like, oh, he has autism. He can sit in that car and he straps in and he's so hyper-focused on what's going on. It's an ability.
Yeah, it's a superpower.
Like Dr. Temple Grandin.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Dude, embrace it, man. It's a superpower. I wish I could get hyper focused on certain tasks and not get distracted. Trust me, I get distracted. Like there's a shiny object, I'm like, ooh, ooh.
Squirrel.
Yeah, pretty much squirrel. Like Doug, the dog from Up. It's
Yeah.
100%.
Even with Temple, with Dr. Grandin, she, changed the whole world of the cattle industry. And had she not had autism, she couldn't have drawn those blueprints. She couldn't have figured that out. That was a certain brain wiring that allowed her to do that. So I sit back and I watch him, and that's what he's changing. You said he's breaking down walls. He really is, to show people, yes, I have autism, but I can do this and this and this and this.
Yeah, I'm the big bad wolf who can blow the brick house down.
Good, bro. Blow them down. I want these all those negativities out there, and I love seeing you doing this. And I'm looking forward to your public speaking engagements, because you're going to be selling out. You're going to be the next Tony Robbins. I think you're going to be the Tony Robbins of autism. You don't know who Tony Robbins is?
I do.
He's the big guy who's like very into positivity and helping people be bigger. I can see you being that, Sam, because you have the personality, you have the joy, and you want to help everybody. And I can see that with you doing this podcast and talking with other individuals who have autism that are kicking down doors in their own field. And I think you with your podcast, I think you're doing that on an extra level. Like it's the next level of breaking down the barriers for people who are dismissed or are the outcasts of society when they're not. Most people were probably like, oh my God, he's autistic. He won't be able to sit and handle things. And here you are, you've interviewed multiple people. You do Taekwondo, correct? It's Taekwondo? Yeah, you go do Taekwondo. You're running a business. You're finishing school. You want to be a public speaker to help spread the awareness of this. I know 10, 20 years ago when someone said autism, it was like a death sentence nearly. And now we have runner-ups on American Idol. We have a NASCAR driver. We have this amazing podcaster.
We have a winner, America's Got Talent, Cody Lee.
America's Got Talent.
We have winners there.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. This is, I think, now is a perfect time for anybody who is, or the outcasts of society, if you will. And I'm putting air quotes just for my audience that is just listening to this, that it's their time to shine. This is your time, because my generation, like the millennial generation, is so open, and every generation after us will be even more open and more inclusive. And I love the fact that you're doing your podcast and you're showing that you have a superpower in your autism. It's not a hindrance, it's a superpower.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So when your dad messaged me to be on the show, within seconds.
What? It was me. I think it was me.
I'm not sure who messaged. I know it was I believe it was Matchmaker. Someone messaged, bless you, messaged me, and within seconds I was like, yes, I want Sam on my show as soon as possible, because this show is about not only just entrepreneurs, but it's breaking down the barriers. It's the show that anybody can be an entrepreneur. I started the show because I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and now I'm looking for really unique people who have overcome things like the negativity that surrounds autism, but you're crushing it. You have had more celebrities on your show than I have had in my 6 years of podcasting, okay? And that's impressive. I'm gonna have to ask you some secrets of how you did that.
Yeah, I'll help. If you want, I'll get you for them. Oh,
amazing. Thank you so much.
Yep, I always say I'll pull strings for them. I know how to pull some strings.
Well, look.
My episode, pick your top two, and I'll try it.
There you go. And of course, this goes without saying, but if you see anybody in my list of guests, you have 100% access to them. You just need to ask. And I know they'll be more than happy to be on your show, because it's bringing more awareness to something that they care about. And 100% I'll talk you up, because I've enjoyed talking with you and your mom. You guys are awesome. You remind me of, to be the truthful, you remind me of my mom and my brother, because my mom is my brother's primary caregiver. but there's love. I can see the love and the 100% ferocity. You must be one hell of a mama bear when it comes to Sam. And
It came out sometimes.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be, if she's half like my mother, I would be scared. Scared. So Sam, I want to give you this time.
A couple of times.
Those claws come out. You never mess with a mama and her cubs. This is rule number one.
Mama said knock you out, she'll knock you out.
Mama said knock you out. Mama's gonna knock you out. That's what we're going here. Sam, we're coming to the end, and I'm really disappointed that we're not continuing, but it's supper time for you guys. I have to get my supper going. So I'm gonna give you this time.
Supper with you.
Pardon?
What's your supper?
My supper is spaghetti. Simple bachelor food.
That's my second favorite. My first is mac and cheese.
Oh boy, you're speaking my language. Okay.
No, hold on. I'm sorry. Third is spaghetti. Second, mac and cheese. First is buffalo wings. There we go.
Oh, buffalo wings. Yeah.
You lit the one on fire.
Yeah, you get the super spicy ones, right?
Yeah.
Got to build that spice tolerance. So, as I was saying, Sam, I'm going to give you the next up to 5 minutes to talk about you, talk about your podcast, where we can find you, where we can purchase your items to support you. So give me a second. I'm just going to jump off screen here, give you the full screen. Sam, where can we find you? Where can we listen to you? And how can we support you?
So you can find me on Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, LinkedIn, Stitcher, and YouTube.
And listen notes.
And iHeartRadio. So we also want to give a couple of shout outs to our sponsors. We always have to do that. And we want to shout out to Wellspring Pain Solutions, Commercial Service, CPA Tax Service, Blue Boy, and Little Blues Tattoos.
And Perfection Auto.
And Perfection Auto Glass. That's the one.
Fowler's Pumpkin Patch. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Balling with those sponsorships. A lot. I know for.
And if you want to get my merchandise, go to Etsy.
Etsy.com.
Now, I took the merchandise off of our website because we just changed. So we have it for now.
Yeah, and it's not Betsy White. So don't get that wrong.
Etsy,
Yeah, don't go to Betty White or Betsy White.
The store is Autism Rocks and Rolls.
I just got that one out of my head.
We have shirts, mugs, socks, decals.
Gonna get bobbleheads.
Wait, you're getting bobbleheads?
I want a bobblehead. I want bobbleheads.
You're gonna. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna. So that you know, I'm now gonna work on finding out how I can get you a bobblehead. Just because I want to have a Sam Autism Rocks bobblehead to give to my god sister and her daughter.
So maybe we should do these bobbleheads of me maybe more often.
Yeah, he's not talking to his dad or me into it quite yet.
They won't let me. They won't let you know me.
We'll see.
It's gonna happen. If it does happen, I will get to it. Try and stop me. I dare you.
I wouldn't try and stop you, Sam. You seem like a very determined young boy, lad, and you're going to be big. And I am just so happy that you are doing this and you're breaking down barriers for others and showing others with autism that anything is possible. Don't look at it as a disadvantage. Look at it as a superpower. And I can't thank you enough, Sam, for being on my show. And I will definitely start looking for other podcasts to get you on, because that's what I want to do. I want to help you spread your message. And I will try and find someone who is a public speaker to get you on your show so that they can help you on your journey for being a public speaker.
Thank you.
We would love that.
Or just even Zoom call them in.
We've reached out to lots of people, lots of autism organizations, and just really working on that. And it's not that we actually have. So I can say about next week, right, with asthma. I can say that because this is.
It's not a guest on the show, right?
This is in the works. But we actually have a Zoom meeting with, if you know who Ed Asner is.
He's the old man up. Speaking of that.
From the Mary Tyler Moore Show, he's an older gentleman, and he's the voice of the older gentleman on the movie Up. But his son has autism, and his grandson has autism, and they run a huge education center in California. And it's kind of a long story how we got to there, but kind of through another podcast, she knew Mr. Asner, and put in the word for us, and then they contacted us. And so now we have a meeting with them on Thursday, hoping to get some opportunity for Sam to do some public speaking for them or within the education field. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that that goes somewhere.
I can guarantee you that it will, because Sam, you are a rock star. You are a superhero. You're probably going to make me do my job better, because I see how great you're doing, and I'm like, if Sam can do a better job than me, then I need to step up my game. So Sam, I want to thank you so much for being on Invest in Yourself, the Digital Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm wishing you all the best, and I can't wait to see where you go from here, because it's only going to be up and higher than anything else in the world.
Yeah, no pun intended, I hope.
Right? So Sam, have a great dinner, and I look forward to talking with you again and seeing your success go higher and higher.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Have a great night, guys.
You too.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to take the next step. When you're ready to dive deeper into how to launch, grow, and monetize your podcast, Phil's got something special for you. Join him for a free webinar where he'll reveal the 3 secrets that have helped countless entrepreneurs succeed in podcasting. Click the link in the show notes to save your spot, and let's turn your podcasting dreams into reality.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now And support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.